There we go. Hello, my beautiful Fumi Nation, and for my new citizens that have acquired their passports, welcome back to yet another episode of Sister to Sister. Do we love the beat and the little bunny loops? I thought, you know what, let's flip it up a little bit and do something different. All right, so today is straight talk. I'm just trying new things for you guys because a lot of you say, Fumi, I'm not crazy about makeup, but I do love your Sister to Sister. So I thought, okay, I'll have my beat done today, and what we will do is do the Sister to Sister straight talk. Should I tell you what I use? Very, very simple actually. I just use any black eyeshadow will be perfect. Any black eyeshadow will be perfect. As you very well know, I love my JUVIAS. Let me just get the palette. This is the Saharan original. You know how I love down to pan for the black right there. And this is the Saharan JUVIAS. I think this is number one. Yeah. This is number one. And then, like I told you, I love, oh my God, Rebellious Nudes by Colored RAINE. And just there we go. You know, very, very simple. For this just really cute everyday look. The lip, I think, is Revlon. Let's double check. Wispies, Adele Lashes, Wispies. Yeah, Revlon. That is exactly what I use. Color Stay Satin Ink. This is what I used. And the number is 100. That's it, 100. And the number is 100. All right. Very simple. Blush was Stubborn by MAC. Live for it. It's just so simple. And you know what I do? Let me tell you. I use my beauty blender. Boom, boom, boom. And just, you can do this also and get that lovely, cute finish. And I do it on the sides as well. Yeah. Just really make it look cute. And there you have, really blushed up. Alrighty. So, as you already know, a lot of you send me stories, questions you want me to respond to. This is a message from one of you, my beautiful Fumi Nation, and she's asking not only for my advice, but she's also asking for your advice. This is what I love about Fumi Nation. We are such a tribe. We are such a vibe. We are so fabulous. I live for it. All right, here we go. Hello, Auntie Fumi. I'm at a fix. I was 6 months pregnant when I found out my husband of 7 years had tried to sleep with my niece, who lives with us. She insisted she was going, and when I kept begging her to stay, she told me how he took her to a hotel and wanted to sleep with her. Oh wow. She managed to leave, so nothing happened. Because of how shocked I was, I recorded the conversation and he eventually owned up to it. Turns out he had tried something similar to another cousin of mine who never told me until she left. Truth is, I've made up my mind to leave the marriage, but my mom, who never knew these stories, thinks I have no excuse to leave, and this is to put it mildly. She would be heartbroken, given that one of my sisters had also left her marriage. I feel strongly disrespected, but I'm worried about my mom. We have 2 kids together, and honestly, if not that this happened, I would never have believed my husband can look at another woman. He's hands-on around the house and is seen as a good man. Please feel free to discuss it as a sister to sister. He's definitely hands-on around the house. The thing is that he's got his hands around other family members, and that's not fabulous. I'm just saying. Fumi Nation, you can go right in and let me know if I am wrong. Your husband is spending perhaps too much time around the house. Does he have a job? Does he have a career? What is he doing around the house that he's becoming a little bit bored, distracted, and then temptation is leading him to family members? Your cousin, your niece, that is too close for home. You have 2 children. So, of course, you're thinking, should I stay? Should I leave? Many a time, I always say it's entirely up to you, because I don't know your financial situation. I don't know where you are in your career. I don't know where you are if you're going to school, you're studying. I have no idea. But I will tell you this, in this instance, you should absolutely leave. he will not stop. And in this case, this man is a little sick. Your husband is a little sick. I have great empathy for your mom, and you cannot really blame your mother because you have to be brave and give her the entire story. She doesn't have the entire story. So you keeping this away from her, she is giving you an honest opinion based on what you're telling her, which is half the story. So it's not your mother's fault. Also, parents love us. I believe they want the best for us. But sometimes you got to make that decision by yourself. They will be there to support you, hopefully, eventually. And whatever happened to your sister, I wish her all the best of luck. And if she had to leave for a reason. Nobody, let me say something. I do not know any woman, who will walk down an aisle in a beautiful wedding dress, hold her flowers along with hope and promises down the aisle to a man with the mindset that I'll be okay if we get divorced, or having a plan B. If I get divorced, I'm good. If I get divorced, this. If this doesn't work out, I'm getting divorced. If he's so, I'm getting divorced. I don't think any woman does that. I think that every woman, myself included, this is the end of the road for us. We are finally home. When we meet that significant other, we are walking down the aisle to forever. That is what is heartbreaking, because in some cases, it is not forever. But I don't think it's your fault, and I don't think you should bear that burden. I don't think that you should stay in a relationship that you are not happy with. You've been married for 7 years. That's the 7-year itch for some people. For me, it's very, very young. It's very, very early. Your mother will get over it. And if she doesn't get over it, there are 2 things here. 1, you're going to be out of this mess. Secondly, you cannot live your life for somebody else. And I'm telling you this on a personal experience. You cannot live your life for somebody else. You are suffering. You are going to be the one that will be suffering every day. You cannot please somebody else. Be a people pleaser is the worst thing. Again, I'm speaking from personal experience. There are 2 things. You being the people pleaser, the people that you're pleasing, they will never be grateful. Never. And they will never truly care. They just won't. If you have to go out of your way to make that effort and energy, which is so exhausting, to carry the weight constantly of trying to please this person, of trying to go over and above, it's exhausting for you, it's punishment for you, and you will get nowhere. And you will ultimately, again, 2 things, have really deep resentment. 2, give up. You have to be who you are in the comfort of your own space. Have consideration for others, but others have to have consideration for you. And sometimes that is a very gray area, because your mother will say you're inconsiderate of her feelings more often than not, because her generation is very much based on what will people say. Oh, she's a mother with 2 daughters and they're divorced. It must come from her. It weighs heavily on them, on what people say. You see me, I don't give an F. That's as far as I'll go. I don't give an F. Me, in my shoes, what I have to go through, and then you want to come and judge me what I'm doing? I don't care. A. B, I don't care. C, I don't care. Because I walk in my own truth. And I do the best I can every day. But what I've come to realize, I cannot pretend and live a life that is signed off by somebody else. I'm miserable. I'm sad. I can't be in a relationship because it makes you okay in society. I can't do it. I'm sorry. And I've realized over time that you suffer terribly. Do you love your mom? Of course. Of course you love your mom. In this instance, you guys will have to agree to disagree. And you also have to be honest with her. Because like I said, you have not given her the whole picture. So she's making judgment on only part of what you've told her, only on what she sees. And as far as she's concerned, you can give that marriage a little effort. And if you haven't told her that he's sleeping with your cousin, attempted to, and your niece, and God knows how many other family members, because at this stage it's not even safe to bring family members, female family members, to your home. That is disgusting. That is horrible. That is disgusting. Then you are living with a predator. He's licking his lips like a pussycat who has tasted full cream milk. The young kind, the fresh kind. That's what it seems like, because the niece and the cousin seem young, untouched. They've not had children, kind of thing. This is how certain men think. That is their type. They can't resist it. We have to talk about the difficult issues, girls. I'm so sorry. That's why I'm here. We have to talk about the very icky situations, the uncomfortable situations that nobody wants to talk about. I'm giving it to you straight. You were my sister. You were my friend. I'll tell you as is. You got to go, sis. You got to start planning. When I tell you got to go, I'm not talking about grab the children right now with their diapers and the milk in the fridge and you're out the door. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you now have to make plans to leave. If that will take you 2 years, if that will take you 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, it doesn't matter. But you know that this is done. And then they're running away because they're so afraid. That's another thing. They feel bullied. These girls feel bullied. You can imagine this husband of yours harassing them multiple times in the home. As soon as you leave, they have to lock the door. They have to lock the door of the bathroom. They have to be wrapped up. They can't dress a certain way. Your husband should be ashamed of himself. That's really bad. It's not safe for you to stay in that kind of toxic relationship. Don't be embarrassed. Tell your mother the truth. Tell your mother the truth, and tell your mother that she should not be sad that your sister also left her marriage, that she should be relieved that your sister left an also toxic situation. I don't know what the situation is, but if it was enough for her to leave, then let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate strength. Let's celebrate courage. Let us celebrate independence. Let us celebrate the fact that she found the courage to leave. Because many women don't. They don't find the courage. And they're people pleasing their family members while they're suffering. And that's a terrible place to be. That's a terrible place to be in life. Your parents have lived their lives. You have to live yours. The best way you know how, sincerely, in your truth. Yes. Yes. Perhaps it's going to be a rough patch for a while. Then that's what it will have to be. Until they come around and they realize this is what it is. And if they don't come around, and if your mother doesn't come around, at least you're living in your truth. There's no other way around it. You have a lot of work ahead of you. Because most probably, he will try to manipulate you. Try to be mature. Always let him have access to the children. Joint custody. Let him see his children. Not a problem. Don't run away. Don't hide. Don't lie. As you said, he confessed. Yes, she managed to leave, so nothing happened. So you think. Because of how shocked I was, I recorded the confession and he eventually owned up to it. Confession who? Your niece is not confessing. Your niece is telling you what is going on. And because she told you the truth, poor child must have been so scared. She insisted she was going. And when I kept begging her to stay, you see, she was prepared to leave. She was prepared to leave you and everything because she could not stay in this predatorial environment. And you recorded what she said. Not a confession. She's got nothing to confess. She's telling you why she cannot stay here. She's extremely uncomfortable because the monster husband of yours is peeping here and there all over the place. And he's confessed. So even when you go in now for a divorce, take this to any court. They say, sign here, sign there. You're free. You are free. Again, public embarrassment, public humiliation. What will my friends say? What will this person say? Too bad. They'll get over it and go and jump onto the next gossip. That's life. People have a very short attention span, including me. Because we all have our own lives and we all have our own challenges. Yes, we do. 110%. So it is what it is. Everybody has their daily grind. Everybody is hustling. Nobody cares that much. So don't put that heavy weight on yourself. And if your mother puts that heavy weight on her, let her know, Mama, really, truly, nobody cares that much about our business. They really don't. But you have to do the right thing. He cannot be going around harassing young girls. Your niece and your cousin. That's really bad. That's on another level. It's not people on the outside. It's your family members. So what happens if these girls got pregnant accidentally? Do you see how this could really blow up and be something else? No, Mama. 110% leave. All right, my darlings. That's the little scripture for today. And I will be back very soon. I'm sending you all of my love.